Okay, let's see what's the rest of the box of junk we got. Got some pistons. Oh, dash 85, made in 9 of 85. It says 1100 up here and 10 over, so these are probably 1100 Sportster pistons. The date's correct, 86. That'd be Evo. Hastings rings. I used to have Hastings rings. There's the clips, you need those. And there's the ring all bent and broken. Yeah, it's not supposed to be in two pieces like that. See, that's what happens when you bend your rings. Wrap them around a piston, you break them. You never wrap a piston ring, you always spread it out and put it down evenly. So you just destroyed that ring. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, that's precisionally done, I might add. There's a Harley wristband, good. Those are some really narrow ass rings, aren't they? See how the piston ring won't float around in the piston because it's warped. When they wrapped it around, they bent it so it's like a big spring now. It'll never seal worth a squat. Because the ring cannot work when it's all bound up. You can see how it's all bent sideways. Now you can kind of straighten these a little bit, but they're pretty bad. So when you put a ring on there, you got to spread it with your thumb. Same as when you take it off, but when they're new, they hurt like hell when you do it that way. So they have one of these piston ring spreaders. They're actually called snap ring spreaders, but I use them for piston rings. So you spread them on out, just like the reverse when you're taking them out of. Come on, get the last little bit out of there. Doesn't want to come out of that hole there. That thing is not happy about coming out of there at all. Damn. Oh well. Yes, well, we'll wrap it taking it out too. That's not good for it, but it's not good on a piston ring groove either. See how much offset you got to put in to make it unwrap? That is tight in there. There you go. See how it's not even? It's supposed to come right back around. See how it's all full ring width off? That's because it's a big spring right now. Now let's see if they bent anything else in the ring. If it goes around evenly, that's good. That means there's not a big flat spot in the ring. Okay, so the ring just has a twist in it. Okay, so you got to take the twist out of the ring. You see how it's twisted. You got to take the twist out. Be careful though. There you go. Now if you have a nice flat table, you lay it on top and you play with it until it's straight. Just having a flat table right here. Just clutch out of the way. Came out of there. There it goes. Okay, so we got, not watching what I was doing there. So now you just take and go like this. If the ring goes up and down like that, see it's warped. See how it's not flat? So you got to determine where it's not flat and fix it. So it's in the air over there. Right about here it starts getting uphill. So right here is where the bend is. See, a little flatter now. Now flip it over and check to see what you did damage on the other side. See, it's not exactly 100% flat. The rings only have like 3 thou clearance in a groove, so you got to be flatter than 3 thou to make them work. Right in here it's kind of going up and down. Let's come out here and do one of these deals. Flip it over and see if damage you did. See how there's no noise that way? It's good. It makes noise this way though, so it's not good that way. But you're getting close. You're a little high on this corner. Solid here. Right about in here. So it's right here it's twisted a little bit. A bit in between my thumbs there. See how flat I got? Like most things, worse first. Feel like it's in the air on that side. It is. So right over here in this area here somewhere, it's a little goofy. Yeah. Made it worse. It's pretty flat through here. Over there it's not. Hear it right there. Oh yeah, we're pretty close now. The ring should look round, it should look flat. Now, molly ring has got molly on the surface right here, and there's usually no markings on it. Second rings will have a marking on it where a little tit or dimple. Sometimes you put a little spit on it, you can see it. Might have a size. This one appears to have nothing. I think this is the top ring. So the second ring will have a marking on it. It'll also have a back cut on it. See how this has a back cut on it? See a chamfer on the inside. This is the second ring. You also see how it's all black all the way across. It's not, doesn't have that shiny spot. See how it's shiny? That's the molly. So this is the second ring, this top ring. Second ring is what they broke. Looks like there's an oil ring in there too. So there's the one they broke. Here's the other oil ring. I don't know why it's not in there. Yeah, they only got one in there for some reason. I'm sure they screwed that up too. Now the oil ring is made out of steel. You can wrap them. Don't yank them too hard, but don't get too carried away. They're really thin, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we're looking for the spring. Okay, there it is over there. Now Hastings likes their tits up. See, they get the last one goes up in the air. I don't know why it makes any bit of difference, but that's what they say to do. It's always like putting the split right over here. Then you go over here and you put the other one down here where it comes in at, right there. About 90 degrees over. Hold it with your thumb. That way you know the ring doesn't overlap. You're butting against it. And just wrap it around like this with your finger. Help it around a little bit. And at the very end you just drag it across or pick it up, pull out on a little bit so you don't have tension on it, and drop it back. So that's where that one is. And you go 180 over, and you put the next one in. Same deal, wrap it around, like that. Do not do top rings this way, only oil rings. Like that. When you're all done, it should be nice and free to spin, not dragging. Perfect. And this is our top ring. Top rings are square cut usually, which means you look at the end, there's square corner, there's no, doesn't have any chamfering like the other one did. So this doesn't really matter how it goes in. So what we want to do is make sure it seems to be halfway even all the way around. We didn't induce any major issues. It rolls all the way around nicely, which is good. So now you take this, you put it on a piston, you push it, you pull it with your thumbs out, and you push down with your fingers around the edge, and you kind of rotate it on around. So you put it in a groove like that, pull out on it a little bit, and push with your fingers. Do a little bit at a time. Now, this gets really hard on your fingers because it's sharp. So you come over here and put a little bit of pressure over here. Just try to show it's too much sharp edge, it won't do that. You need to go further out. That is really sharp. I went a little bit deeper, and now I can go push it around. Just push flat, put it in there. Now, the ring should be nice and free on the piston if we did it right. See how the ring is nice and flat now? It spins freely. It's a usable ring now. It's not the best in the world because it's still got a little warpage here and there, but it's within a 3 or 4 thou clearance, so it's only a thou or 2 thou. It's enough to work. So before it wouldn't work at all. This is usable. It's not the best, but it'll work just fine. So we still need a second ring, but now I saved the top ring. So that's how you do it. Don't feel like I cut it, but don't see any blood, so it's good. All right, now the other way is you use the expander like we had before, and you just spread it out, drop it down, and close it, and that works better. If you have the tool. If you don't have the tool, don't use it. If you put some tape over your thumbs, it'll help protect your thumbs a little bit, make it work. So we need a second ring. The bad part is you got to buy another set of rings to get a second ring. But if you're lucky, you might find a broken set where there's one missing, like someone else broke a ring, and maybe they lucked out and they broke the top ring and they got the second ring is still available to get. So you got to find stuff like that on eBay. Or at old shops. A lot of shops have ring sets that are broken because the mechanics screwed up a little bit. Or you can go put some Gorilla Snot or super glue right there and put it together like that. I'm sure it'll work just fine. Sure. I think that's in the factory service book how to do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is our second ring, so I'm going to put it in the second ring spot. So I know that's the one that's bad. So we need to have a second ring. Now if you go on eBay and search for that part number right there, you might find a set of, someone's got just a set of rings laying around, half a set or something. Find them and use them. You never know when you find parts. So now, what size is this? It should be, I think, 3 7/16 when they're 1100s. Not really sure. I haven't really worked. I think I've only worked on one 1100 in my life. Nope, they are 3 and weird. That is a weird bore. Okay, it's between 5/16 and 3/8. So it's 359. 3/8 is 375. 5/16 is 312 and a half. So this is 10 over, so it should be at 49. And that's right in the middle. So it's probably a metric size, I'm guessing. So if we convert this over to metric, it's 85 millimeter plus 3/10. That's a little over half a mil. So that's three sizes over 85. So that's another weird size. It doesn't really fit in. It's just oddball. It's something Harley came up with. It's not American, ain't metric. It's just Harley. That's all you need to know. Harley. Otherwise, it's 30 over 85 millimeter, or three overs, however you want to call them. Okay, so that piston's usable if we had another good ring. Let's see what we got in this box. I'm guessing it's the other piston. Made 9 of 85 again. Somebody probably broke these in the 80s, and they left it on the dealer shelf, and finally the dealer went and sold the stuff. And this has been sitting on the shelf since 85. I bet you that's what happened. More than likely, this has probably got a good set of rings in this piston. Yep, these are not broken. Good set. Now, did they steal the clips out of them? There might be something up. There's the clips. So this is a full set of rings. Yep, this is a full set. Well, this is small though. This is 900. Look how small it is. Or 883. Look at that dinky little sucker. It's like a little toy. So this is not a set of pistons. This is 2 individual pistons. They're both 10 over, but if you didn't look at the bore size, you would have thought that was a set. Now these should be 3 inches. So if this was an iron head, they call it a 900. If it's an Evo, it's an 883. So, yep, 10 over. Standard is 2 thou under the size, so 3 inch would be 200, be 2.998, excuse me. So this one's at 8.5, so it's 10 over. There you go. So I got one 883 10 over piston and one 1100. Genuine Harley. So you know, nobody wants a piston. We have one. Now that ring sure looks big, doesn't it? I guess it collapses down that far. All right. So we got a full set for an 883. One full piston. And then for the other one we don't. Now this piston's only going to work on your up through 03, because 04 they did some changes on the pistons, so they don't work. But from 86 to 03, it's probably the same piston. Don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, one set of mismatched pistons. If we showed you how to save a piston ring, so now you know. There you go.